What up, Internet?
Hey there, camera.
Welcome.
To our living room.
Yeah, we're bumbling tourists, and today we're going to reminisce about Scotland.
And why we liked traveling in Scotland.
Because it was dope.
Well,
Thanks for watching. Please subscribe. Oh, sorry. I guess we can elaborate.
Yeah, I think we probably should. That would be good. We only went to 2 cities, though, in Scotland, so we can't claim to be an authority on all of Scotland.
I'm an authority.
Okay. Really dry puns. We're all good with that. We can be an authority on that. Edinburgh. We went to Edinburgh. And we also went to...
Stirling.
Yes. And, I don't know, I guess we'll start with Edinburgh. What do you think?
It was really cool. I enjoyed it a lot.
That's very specific. This is painful.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a cool European medieval feeling, heavy brick structures. Something about Edinburgh seems very heavy, which is a strange way to describe a place.
I think what strikes me the most, and it's kind of tied into this heavy thing you're saying, is that there's just so many layers. There's stuff built on top of stuff, and like underground, underneath the main King's Road, there's lots of sewer systems, and like the city's kind of been built on top of city, and it's all kind of up on this hill, which is actually an active volcano, oddly enough. And yeah, I think that the heavy brick and layers of that make it feel heavy to me.
Yeah. It's
also
got a
the
magical fairy tale Harry Potter sort of vibe to it as well.
There's a lot of Harry Potter influences there.
What's the thing called in Harry Potter? The place where you buy your magic books and your wands and stuff.
Ollivander's one shop. Oh, Diagon Alley?
Yeah, you get a Diagon Alley vibe, but diagonally.
But that was also because J.K. Rowling wrote a lot of, at least the first 2 books, while she was living in Edinburgh.
And there's lots of shops will have stuff in their windows saying, she wrote her book here, and then across the street there'll be another song like, she wrote it here too. Also,
there's like the graveyard where you can see a lot of Harry Potter character names, Voldemort's grave. What else there's a street that specifically claims to be where the inspiration for Diagon Alley came from.
The graveyard too, there's other stones, like there was a McGonagall, I think, and a couple other, like, oh, that's where you got the name.
That graveyard is called Greyfriars, is it not?
I don't remember.
I believe so. And right outside there's the little dog.
Yeah,
dog.
Yeah, that's right.
Greyfriars Bobby, I believe.
Funny for a writer just to like, what should I name these characters? Guess I'll go to a graveyard and...
Yeah. The weather also felt kind of heavy. We're talking about heavy. It wasn't really rainy, but it wasn't sunny by any means. Delightful and spooky and eerie, and we should also speak about how we went in November. Fairly certain it was November. We'll put that on the screen too. So it was still relatively warm but cool in the evenings and mornings. I think it was a good time of year to go.
Yeah.
Less tourists and stuff. We did take a day trip from there, which I think was probably my favorite day that we had.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
We jumped on a train. We didn't pay a whole lot. I think it was maybe around £11, something like that. And the train took us all the way to Stirling. And Stirling is a really cool, magical city as well.
Yeah.
It has roots in the story of William Wallace. I guess it's a story. It's a true tale. But if you know of Braveheart, then you will know the story of William Wallace, or at least in part. Huge Wallace monument up on the hill, which we hiked to, which was delightful.
Really cool. And the whole time we set out to that, we were like, oh, that's probably too far. Oh, we probably won't go. Oh, we'll probably turn back in, and then it wasn't that far.
No, it was great.
worth going to. Yeah, you won't exhaust yourself.
And we also hiked up to the palace, which is really neat. We didn't go in. I thought it was even cooler to see the cemetery that was beside the palace.
Yeah.
Which had like ruins that were 2-layered, sort of.
Yeah.
Everything
Super
in Scotland seems to be layered.
Yeah.
And medieval.
Yeah.
And spooky.
Cool.
And I really liked just the downtown Stirling.
Yeah.
That was really neat. There was a really old like Boy Scouts building. And it was just a nice day trip. And we went and we got like pasties and coffee and ate on the bench and saw the really old bridge.
Pretty super cool.
I don't know the exact story because it's long enough ago.
It was a decisive battle
Yeah.
involving William Wallace.
Exactly. So what was like your favorite meal you remember having in Scotland?
It was the first time I ever tried haggis, and I really enjoyed haggis. And you had
I had vegetarian haggis, so I can't really speak to what haggis.
Was that your first time trying a version of haggis?
Yes,
though?
I've never tried any version of haggis. It was really good.
Yeah.
And it's also where we kind of became obsessed with taters and neeps.
Yeah.
We've had that
Are
a
we
lot
obsessed?
since. Well, we've had it a lot since we've come home. We like to kind of, when we travel, find inspiration in the food and then try to make those dishes. Obviously, when we go home, and taters and neeps is one of the things we took from Scotland. We took it.
Neat.
What was your favorite part about Edinburgh itself?
Royal Mile was pretty cool.
We went there for sunrise the one morning, and it was really magical to see it as the sun came up without as many people. Only a giant marathon going on.
If I go through my photos from the time we were there is an awful lot of Edinburgh Castle. So I suppose I was pretty impressed by the various views you can get that throughout the city.
Yeah, because it's all up on the volcano, so you can see it from basically anywhere. We stayed in a really great area, I think. Pretty close, so you could walk the Royal Mile in maybe 15-20 minutes. And it was also close to Arthur's Seat, which is the other hill you can hike up to. And it was in a neighborhood surrounded by like craft beer and alcohol stores and also bakeries, so we get like fresh loaves of bread and really tasty beers and have breakfasts and snacks in our Airbnb. It was really fun.
You can also film yourself rapping to reggae tracks if you bring those with you. And
yeah, I'm not sure I would recommend that.
10 out of 10.
I remember it also being really easy getting from the airport to the city center. There was basically just like a streetcar that took us directly to where we had to go. And it was pretty cheap as well. We went one evening and we saw, what's the little neighborhood called?
Oh yeah, starts with a D, doesn't it? Something
so.
Village.
Dean's Village. Dean Village? Dean Village.
It's a good Dean.
Yeah. That was really magical. It would have been really neat to see during the daytime, but it was magic and had this like, you know, ambiance at night with the laundry hanging and the moonlight. And that was really cool. Like these crisp white shirts. There's a picture. I'm gonna show you. I'm not crazy.
You visit your country, hang out your laundry. This one will be over the moon.
I think it's cool.
Look at all that laundry. This place is great.
I think just our favorite thing was wandering around, like checking out all the little alleyways that go off of the main Royal Mile.
Yeah, it's a beautiful city. I love when you visit someplace and, yeah, honestly, just walking through the streets feels like an attraction. Just, oh, look what this place looks like.
And then when you're too cold, going in somewhere and grabbing a pint or a warm beverage to warm up before you go out and explore somewhere.
There's lots of good bars and things and breweries and, yeah.
We went to a pub almost every night, and at the one pub they were giving out free beer samples from a new brewery, and that was delightful.
Yeah.
Also dangerous. I also really love how inclusive Scotland is, how incredible Scotland is in regards to people of other identities and, you know, outsiders and that sort of thing.
There's a lot of ad campaigns hung up at various places.
Yeah.
Basically saying, accept people.
Well, I like the fact that it said something along the lines of the only thing we're intolerant about here in Scotland is intolerance. And that's definitely something we can get behind. Oh, we didn't say at all about climbing up Scott's Monument. That was really neat.
Yeah. Very tight corridors, but
especially
a unique experience.
When you were wearing your big parka, winter parka.
Yeah.
Barely fitting through the doorways and stuff. That was really neat. The view you get is like nothing else.
Yeah. Crazy too, all the wind. I'm sure there were clips we have probably full of wind sound.
Yeah, that was delightful. So,
yeah, I enjoyed that.
This is level number 2, right?
Yeah.
I don't know how much narrower the stairs can get before we are chubby little sausages.
More open because there's fence.
That's true. We did more than just drink beer in Scotland, despite what the clips might show. We definitely want to go back and maybe see Glasgow this time and see some more of the Highlands and the Isles.
Yeah. Be nice to see more.
Yeah. So thanks for watching.
What do you think we should see?
Yeah,
Comment below.
Tell us what we missed and what we should see next time.
Yeah.
My mom's planning a trip to Scotland, so actually, if you have any recommendations, you should give those to her in below the comments down there and let her know. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks
so
for watching.
much. Catch you next
Thanks
time,
a lot.
video. Peace out.